Okay, so we've got another variation of our pogos, so our straight leg jumps. All we're going to have, I'll use the line here to show you, but you don't need the line on the floor, you just got to imagine just going slightly forwards and backwards, okay? So we'll put our hands on our hips, our feet, our legs stay pretty much straight, a little bend in the knee, and then we're just going to bounce forwards and backwards, okay? Just try and avoid looking at your feet. If you can look just out in front of you. If we tend to look at our feet, then that's when we'll get out of balance and fall forwards and backwards, okay? So hands on hips, nice and relaxed, and we're just going to spring forwards and backwards. Okay, we've got another jump variation now, so these are called broad jumps, which is just jumping forwards instead of upwards, okay? Make sure you've got space wherever you do it. If you're not used to jumping, either leave this exercise or you can just make sure that you're just trying not to jump too far, okay? So what we're going to do, arms go back and the hips go back, so we're pulling back and then we're just jumping forwards, always landing in that safe position, okay? We want to try and build up our distance, okay, but first time we're doing this, we're not trying to jump as far as we can, because that's when we can hurt ourselves, okay? So just do a few reps of just getting used to jumping and stick in that landing position, okay? Then over the weeks you can try and get further, you can mark your distance and try and beat it, okay? What we don't want to do is try and jump too far and then we end up falling forwards, okay? So we want to be able to control the power we've got in our legs, okay? If we can't control it, good chance we're going to get injured when we use it, okay? So just be careful with these and don't try and overdo the distance. This one's going to challenge our core strength, our tummy strength, okay? Quite a challenging exercise, so get your parents involved, they'll like this one. So we're going to go into a press-up position, so we're in a straight line, we don't want our hips too low or too high. Straight line, and then we're going to take our legs quite wide, okay? That gives us a stable base. From there, we're going to pick one hand, touch the opposite shoulder, place it down, touch the opposite shoulder. Okay, so we want to do that really slowly, as slow as you can really, okay? So there's no point doing this, okay? Slow and controlled. The main point we're trying to do here is to stop our hips and legs moving, okay? So when we pick up one hand, our body's going to want to try and rotate. We're trying to avoid that at all costs, okay? So we're in this wide position, and then we're going to here, and my hips are trying to turn, but I'm resisting that movement. Okay? If our hips keep twisting, our legs are probably too close together, and you've got to take the legs wider to give you that base to be stable. Okay, give it a go. It is challenging, so just be careful with that one. Okay, next one, reverse lunges. This is just going to build general strength around our whole lower body. Okay, and also work on a little bit of balance. We want to make sure our body stays nice and upright when we do this, even when we're going into the lower position, okay? I would probably, to begin with, use something that you can kind of hold on to, okay, at the side. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to take a big stride back, drop the knee to the floor, and then next leg, do the same action. Notice how my body's staying nice and straight, okay? And we're just alternating the legs. We've got to control that knee towards the floor, okay? We're not banging it off the floor. Control up and down. Also, when we're doing these things, any single leg exercise or any squat or anything like that, we want to make sure that the knee tracks over the foot, okay? So when I'm reversing, it's staying over here. We don't want the knee to go outside the foot or inside the foot, because that creates a lot of issues with the knee, okay? Okay, so we've got another calf exercise. This muscle, okay? Really important for running, landing, jumping, okay? It can get injured and pulled quite easily, so it's really useful to be strong. With this one, we're just going to go into a calf raise, okay, and then we're going to hold that fixed top position. So once again, use something to keep you balanced, lean against the wall or something like that. And all we're going to do, raise up, so the calves are tense at the top, and we're just going to hold that position. Okay, you will get a burning sensation in the muscle, okay? If it gets really painful, just relax it, okay? But if it starts to burn a little bit, that's okay, because that's the muscle working, and that will make it stronger.